So I think this is the water guy again, coming over here on my property down here in the little single cab Ford. You know, he's already been told to stay off my property, you know, and I'm not sure, but this looks like him right here. Yep, that's him. Driving back and forth every day right there on camera. Look, there he is right there. He came yesterday and then today, and I just emailed him about an hour ago, and it's real funny that he comes over here right after I emailed him. His name's Michael. That's definitely him, for a fact, for sure. You know, and he's coming over here early in the morning before sunrise, or usually early in the morning when he's around. Now he's coming over here late in the evening because it's like, I think it's like almost 4 o'clock right now in the afternoon, in the evening. I have never seen him come over here this late. So I just got him again, you know, and I called my attorney and I called the police and told them that there's a restraining order. He's not supposed to be within 100 yards of my property or me, you know, so no contact or anything. And yet he still keeps coming over here on my property. Back to back to back every day now. I caught him even like walking up in my yard. Again, after he had me arrested on false charges, when I called the cops on him, he lied and told them I chased him in my car and hit his car with my car, which never happened. You know, I told him to get off my property because he cut my water hose in half. And he was trying to he did damage. My dog is getting on my nerves. Every time I'm trying to do something, the damn dog starts acting up. So he cut my water hose, as y'all can see here, you know, and then he let thousands of gallons of water run out right here, run out of my property, of my meter, into the ditch. And they're trying to charge me with it and then charged me with theft of water that I never even used, that he used. And he let it run out into the ditch. You can still see where it eroded my land here. There's like a water stream where it was like literally just flowing into the ditch here. And then you can see the water flow, just where it was flowing there, you know. So, and that was him, definitely him, driving the back and forth in front of my property again, every single day now. And I called the water department, and they said that he has no work orders out here whatsoever at all, and that he should not be out here. He doesn't live out here or nothing, so he should not be driving back and forth around my property at all, you know. And it's just like he's trying to instigate shit, you know. I called my attorney he's a piece of crap. He doesn't want to do anything, you know. He cusses and yells at me every time I try to like tell him anything about my case. And you know, so I'm going to most likely have to get a different attorney, you know, Logan Pickett, you know, the old head DA. So I think there's some conflict of interest going on there, but it doesn't make sense why every time I try to explain my case to him, he starts yelling at me, you know, and telling me to shut up and all this stuff. And, you know, that's, you know, not very professional. So, you know, you're my attorney. You're supposed to represent me. You're supposed to fight for me, you know, especially when I'm innocent, you know. So, and charged with false charges, and he's not even trying to hear nothing, you know. So this has been an ongoing issue throughout my life, with me being charged with false crimes that I never committed, you know, just because somebody lies and says this or says that against me because they're trying to cover their butts, because they're the ones who committed crimes. So they play Karen, they play victim, and then I'm the one that gets in trouble. But then I can have proof and video and footage and witnesses and nothing. When I report stuff, nothing. Nobody ever got charged. Nobody ever been convicted. No crime, no citation, no nothing. You know, so it's just a double standards, hypocrisy, definitely. You know, so yeah, that was him again. You know, more evidence that he's here coming on my property. And then he was down there trying to hit this dog right here. That dog is not mean at all. She is so friendly. And he was sitting there hitting her and like throwing stuff at her. You know, he needs to go. This dude, Michael, even the other construction workers that put in my neighbor's water and stuff, said that, you know, he's a total douchebag, asshole, dickhead, you know. And he works for Santa Fe, Colony Ridge, you know, utilities, you know, and they pay him off. So they pay him to extort people. You know, if I don't pay them thousands of dollars, which I paid over $2,000 for this damn water, you know, and I'm not even allowed to use it. It's on my property in my name and my account on my private property, but yeah, I'm not allowed to use it. If I use it, then I go to jail. That's fucked up. That's crazy, you know. And then they charge me with even more charge, criminal mischief and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, because they said that I hit him with my car, which my car was there, as you can see by my cabin. I literally walked and never even went past this point right here, right over there, like in the middle of them bushes, and told him to get the fuck off my fucking property, you know. So, and he got in his truck and then did exactly what he just did again right now, driving around, snapping pictures of me and recording me while I'm in my yard, and then went and told them that I fucking assaulted him whenever I called the police on him, you know. And I even had the video, I had pictures, I had my neighbors here that witnessed it, you know, Cynthia and them, and Miss Doris and them, you know. So they were out here, you know, and they seen that I didn't do shit to him, you know. So it's just crazy. It's literally fucking crazy. And I've called the cops almost every day on this dude. I even contacted the DA prior to me being arrested about this guy, and nothing was done at all. Absolutely nothing. And he's still coming over here. He's still coming over here every day. And he's been told. And it's crazy because they just sent me an email from the water utilities department saying I owe them $109, which I don't owe them anything. I have not used that water at all. And then they said I cut the lock. And as you can see, there's no cut lock. There's no locks there. They said they've charged me 3 times now for a cut lock. Every month that they come and read the meter, because there's no lock on there, they just assume I cut the lock. There's never no lock there to begin with, ever, to begin with. You know, so this guy keeps on coming over here and trying to instigate shit and start shit, you know. And I told my attorney, and he started screaming and yelling at me and cussing me out, you know. So even when I go to court, they're there, his people, they're there, and they're cussing me out. They're calling me pussy ass bitch and all this shit, even approaching my car as I'm parking my car to go to court. They start coming to my windows and telling me that they're going to have my cars towed, and, you know, cussing me out and calling me a faggot, you know. And I'm just can only assume it's them, because I don't know who else. Why would somebody just randomly walk up, you know? And then I seen the pictures on the terrenosdemanda.com class action lawsuit website of their owners and the employees and, you know, family thereof, and the DA that's related and affiliated with the company. So, and it's the picture, the same people, even the blonde-headed lady and all them that was standing out there approaching my car was the same one. It's like the sister and the wife of Troy Harris and John Harris and all them, you know. So literally some crazy shit, crazy stuff. It's the same people that's in the class action lawsuit pictures that's coming and stalking me while I go to court. You know, it's like they're trying to do any and everything to extremes to hush me and to stop me, to instigate a situation. Like, I'm literally, as y'all can see, you see the no trespassing sign here? I'm on my private property walking my damn dog. And this is every day. This dude is coming over here every single day. There's no jobs going on. There's no new water put in, nothing. He's literally just coming over here. You know, and he can't come over here. You cannot be on my property. What do you not fucking understand about that? I mean, he's just trying to instigate shit. And like, he's been here every day now for like the past week or so or more, you know. And I even seen him getting in his truck a few days ago, early in the morning. You can still see his footprint are still here. See that right there? That's from him on my property, coming over here fucking with my shit. Like, coming over here fucking slashing my tires. I had flat tires again. You know, and I suspected he was the one that slashed my tires last time, the day that I got arrested. And I told Officer DeAndis that. I even showed her my tire and everything where my tire was flat. You know, and I said that he's been coming over here. And when I looked out my bedroom window, where my bed is right there on that little cabin, I looked out, he was standing right over here near my car, you know, on my private property, you know, which he has no business doing on my private property at all whatsoever. And especially chopping up my water hose, you know, that I had connected to there, you know. And I've only used maybe 100 to 200 gallons since I've had that thing total. And they're charging me for 4,000 gallons of water, you know. So it's crazy. I have 5-gallon jug buckets or jugs, you know, that I fill with water. And I haven't even used this water since then, you know. But at first, you know, when they first put it in, I filled up my jugs like a few times. I have 3 jugs that are 5 gallons each, so it was less than 100 gallons a month that I've been using for maybe not even a couple months. So, but yet they're charging me for 4,000, and I told them the damage that they did to my property too, and told them I was going to sue them before all this even happened, so it's like they're retaliating. And the little Mexican Hispanic chick that answers the phone when I call there, she's very rude. She cusses me out. She hangs up on me. She yells at me. She's got an extremely bad attitude, ghetto, fabulous attitude. And she sounds like she's like hood rat, like ghetto with her accent and stuff. So, and her attitude. So anyways, they tore up my whole property here. Literally destroyed my whole property. This was completely flat and smooth with a lawn, like a golf course. And now look at it. They came over and over and over and just bulldozed my property, putting in the neighbors' water across the street and the sewage lines coming on my property across the street every single day, or every few days at first, coming over here and not even doing nothing to my property. It's not mine. It's not my services. Hello, it's my neighbor. But anyway, so they were tapping into the water line on my property. And as you can see, it's almost 300 feet across from one end of my property here, way down there to the other end, way down there by that fence is the other post. Almost 300 feet is the front of my property. And they said that there's an easement. The easement is only 15 feet from the road, and it's for public utility services. This is not a public utility service. This is a private company. It is not municipal. It is not through the city of Cleveland. It is through, their own privately contracted company through Colony Ridge, Santa Fe. Santa Fe, the name of the company is Utilities Investment Company, Santa Fe Utilities, so, and they have their own little water thing here in the community, and I was told I was going to could have a water well. That's what was my plans to begin with, and septic, not public water. And then after I closed on my property, then months later, they're like, oh no, you can't have a water well. You can only have public water, or our services only. And you can't build, you can't have your permits, you can't have your electricity, you can't have your mail, you can't have anything until you do that. And they won't hook up my water. They will not. I paid Isidro, and try to get him to hire him to, just run it from here to there to the cabin, even though that cabin's just a temporary building. That was not my permanent structure. My house was going to be over here that I was going to build, which I'm no longer building anymore in that area over there. So, and then they put the water meter in the sewage line where I told them exactly not to do it, right where I was going to put my driveway, blocking me from doing my driveway. So it's just like everything I've done has been blocked by this company, or my neighbor over here, or Terrenos Houston, or the POA, or everything, costing me tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, for almost 2 years. And me being forced, they're telling me I can't live on my property and all this stuff, whenever they told me, whenever I closed on the property, that it was available for move-in immediately, and they had other lots that were not ready for until 18 more months, which people already have moved in, their trailers and their houses and everything, and have full services. But yet it's been almost 2 years, and I still don't have anything, and that I've already paid for. So, and I'm being forced to live in inhumane conditions with no running water and no electricity, for almost 2 years, in horrible, inhumane conditions, and I had to spend tens and thousands of dollars on hotels and renting rooms and BRBs and all that stuff, Airbnb or whatever you call it. But, so, and then having to deal with all the hundreds and tons of other problems while I've been here, with the shooting and the dog being dumped, and people trespassing and vandalizing my vehicle and my